gon' snatch they soul like Shane Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Holiday. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UBK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this low. Told that bitch it's either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and your fork. You ain't locked in with the count and what you speaking to me for. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Came through with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low. Told that bitch it's either or. I told you niggas you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Hey, Shalom Israel. We are the ISUPK, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And this is the Tuesday Night Brotherhood class. So we're going to clap it up, you know what I'm saying? Good to see y'all, man. It's good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? What we got in the chat. Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Shamar Thabashim and Shah. Ashley Garcia. You know what I'm saying? We gonna kick this off today, man. Talking about, you know what I'm saying, the sister, last name Massey. And that just, you know what I'm saying, yeah, it happened like maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, maybe. And that still bothers me, man. Cause I know brothers and, you know, Commander Journey and Hunter and the generals and captains been speaking on it, but I have yet to have a chance to speak on it, you know what I'm saying? And it's 2024. And our people still don't realize that we're in hell, in this kingdom, where you can call the authorities that's supposed to protect and serve, and they end up unaliving you. It make it to the point that you don't even want to call the police no more. You know what I'm saying? And what the generals were saying and other brothers were saying, like, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we need our own law enforcement. And that law enforcement would be the ISUPK under Commander Journey Hunter. Because time and time again, too many of our brothers and sisters have been unalive by these so-called oppressors. No, not so-called, they are oppressors. By these devils. When they're supposed to be doing their job protecting the citizens. Not only are they protecting the citizens, but they're unaliving the citizens. And it's not every citizen that they're unaliving. It's only the children of Israel that seem to be put in these predicaments. Hey, Shalom, Shaira. You know what I'm saying? It's only the children of Israel that are being unalive at an alarming rate by the police. It's like the police are the thugs. They the gangsters. They the steppers. They the killers. People that are sworn to protect are the main ones that aren't alive in you. And these are the enemies of the Most High, which means they are your enemies. And that hatred for you goes way back to the biblical days of Esau, which is the progenitor of the so-called white man. And what our folks and what our people need to understand is that your enemies don't give a damn whether you're a man or a woman, old or young, child or grown up. Now, it was said that that officer knew this woman's history. And as more evidence comes out, there's different angles and different, parts of that situation that are now being revealed. Like, she didn't want that particular officers to be there. She wanted somebody else. And you could tell when they showed up, she was on the phone with somebody else and she told them not to hang up. Why would she do that? He asked about her mental state. Why would he ask that? If he didn't have prior history or knew, some of this woman's history. And he went there for a purpose. He didn't go to see if that woman was all right. He didn't go there to do his job. He went there to destroy somebody's family, to unalive, somebody else, an enemy towards him. Because that's what they see you as, enemies. They don't see you as human beings. They see you as somebody that they have to get rid of in order for them to live better. To make them feel good, you got to suffer. You got to hurt. Your family has to cry. Your family has to bury someone just so they can still feel like they're on top of everything in their kingdom. And that's what we're going to break down today. We're going to break down that no matter what you do, no matter how you think things are progressing and you need to go out and vote and you got to comply with this society, to them, you always going to be the enemy. To the Lord, they are his enemies. I stand with the Lord. And anybody that's an enemy of the Most High is an enemy of me. You can't treat these people like one of you because they're not one of you. They don't treat you like a human being. They treat you like cattle. So they can have a notch on their belt so they can get around their buddies and drink and say, yeah, I killed one of them before. They don't even care about going to prison because they think they're going to be accepted by the devils in prison. They call them the Aryan Nation. That's what happened. They kill one of us. They go to prison and be celebrated. While the person that they unalive is their parents are mourning. I mean, their family is mourning. Their family is suffering while they're being celebrated. And that's the thing that irks me the most. Like, all the pain and suffering they cause us is still not enough. They want to inflict more. Every chance they get, they're going to inflict more pain and suffering to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Lord's chosen people. Hey, Shalom, how about some Shabbat? What's going on, boy?
Hey, Shalom, Marawan. Yabashim Yashavita. How you doing?
I'm Tawad, man, ready to get it in.
Yeah, let's get it. I don't know.
And this is the thing that we must accept. These people do not love us. The quicker you accept that, the better off you'll be. You must learn this and keep this in the front of your mind. Raise your children to know and understand that they have enemies. They have people that do not like them because of who they are. So they can be prepared and be aware. They know how to move out here on these streets, in this society, and in this wicked behind kingdom. You're not doing them a favor by not telling them the truth, lying to them. You're only like making a pathway of destruction because they going out there blind, not knowing that they're surrounded by people that hate them. You yourself got to get it in your head that you surrounded in a nation, in a kingdom, in a society where people do not like you. They hate your guts.
Right.
You're considered an enemy to them. And any chance they get, they're going to show action. They're going to take action against you. So we're going to bring them enemies out today. We're going to bring them out in the scripture. We're going to let them know. We're going to let you know that this ain't all cake and ice cream. You can't just be going through life like it's Mary Poppins or the Wizard of Oz. Everything that they do, they show you that you're an enemy to them. From the TV shows, to the food, to the drugs that they put in your community, to the places they set you in the community, to the unaliving, to the injustice. All that. We gonna get it tonight. And we're gonna inform you that your power, the Most High, Yahweh is his name, warned you about those people. The prophets warned you about these people. It never stopped. And this is the thing about Christianity. They want you to kumbaya with these people. The Christian church has failed you. Your political leaders, who you put so much trust in, every 4 years or every 8 years, have failed you continuously. The schools, the pastors, everybody has failed you. Everyone except the Most High, King Yahweh Shai, and Commander General Yohana in the ISUPK. Hey, Shalom, Shara Yakwa. Salaki, I hope I said the name right. And you got to stop looking to these outside people and look within yourself and look at the ISUPK, because we're everywhere. To the point where people are watching us and they're mimicking us. Find a school that's in your state, in your zone, and get in class and learn these life-saving lessons. So you can be able to save your life and your family life. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna always let me
Hebrew.
get Hebrews 5 and 12.
Okay.
We're gonna start there, like we always do.
Okay.
And let me know when you got it.
I got it. I don't know.
Go ahead, Warren.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again.
For before I came up, I was able to teach these classes. Before I was able to break down these classes, I had to be taught all over again. I had to be taught how to communicate with my people whose attention span is so short. I had to be taught how to break things down, how to reach them on a level where we can communicate. I had to be taught, thus says the Lord, and not what Pastor such and such says. I had to be taught again. I had to be a student before I had become a teacher. I had to learn the Hebrew, learn these scriptures, learn the Lashawan Kodesh. I had to learn all these things. Keep reading.
Come. Which be the first principles of the oracles of God.
If you want to do anything, you had to do this first. The Lord stand on this. He stamped this. He stamped the ISUPK. His spirit is with us and not with nobody else. Can't you see? So in order for you to do anything of the Most High, you need to be taught the correct way. You need to be taught again, and you need to be taught by men in the ISUPK. Whether it's Commander General Yohana himself, General Hyman, General Machiavelli, General Hazayan, General Q, you know what I'm saying? Captain Mashak, Captain Tazariot, Captain Kataza, any other captains, Captain Nakai, any other captains, any other officers, Captain Shawariyala, you know what I'm saying? Officer Kazak, Officer Rakabia, Officer Thawshah, Officer Nashak, all of them taught me. And they teach the same thing that was taught to Commander Junior Hunter by the Seven Heads. We don't teach nothing different. We are one body in here. Keep going.
Come. And are become such as have need of milk.
Humble yourself down. Become a babe again. Be quick to listen and slow to speak. Study at somebody's feet. Ring their phone all the time. Ring their doorbell all the time. Ask all the questions that you need to ask to prepare yourself for this job. Talking to the brother. And for you sisters, learn from your husbands. And if you don't have no husband, learn in silence. This ain't the Christian church. We don't allow sisters to teach in our school. We're not no purple lads. But you can teach each other amongst each other. You can learn from the sisters that done been in here a while. They can give you a few pointers and show you how to new coming in, show you how to conduct yourself, show you what it takes, be there to listen, be there to give you advice. But as far as teaching, you got to learn from the same men I learned from. Or learn from your husband. Like the scripture says. But we all have to be taught again. But us, as men and priests of the Most High in ISUPK, you have to be a student before you be a teacher. You got to come up in these ranks. the right way. You know what I'm saying? Is there any more on that one?
Come. And not of strong meat.
And not of strong meat, not of things that you can't comprehend yet. Don't worry about those things. Worry about learning the basic things. Discipline, how to control yourself, what you need to do, how you need to move, what you need to say, what you don't need to say, how you need to dress, how you need to conduct yourself in and outside of the school. Get seasoned in this stuff. Get well seasoned. And then when it's time for you to be a teacher, you will have gained the trust of people that taught you. You have gained understanding, and your spirit will be built up. You'll learn how to fish, to bring people in, unlearn people, run people away, destroy lives, make people don't even want to serve the Most High because they unlearn. That's why if you haven't passed your officer's test, you're not a trooper. You're not allowed to teach nothing. You're here to learn and listen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, that's the end of that one. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. That was our appetite. Let's get into this food. Let me get Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
Come.
Now, anything you got, you know what I'm saying, you could bring it out for you.
Come.
Because our people got to understand, like, the Lord is showing you, these things don't happen just because. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is showing us that we must return back to Him. We must love one another. We must count on each other and count on the Most High and get from up under these people. Because these people, if they could, want to wipe us out. And this is happening all around the United States, not just in the South. It's happening everywhere. It's happening in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These people are not the people you think they are. They have no love for you. And the Most High is showing us that we need to come up from up under these folks. And don't put our trust in them. Put our trust in the Most High. So whenever you got it, you go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48.
Start at 47 for me.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Verse 48.
Right. It says, because thou servest not thy Lord with joyfulness, because you had an attitude, because you didn't want to do it, because you thought it was such a burden to serve the Most High. After He brought us out of Egypt, out of 400 years of captivity, the same thing that our ancestors went through in this land, we went through in Egypt. And because you didn't have the decency and the wisdom and the knowledge to serve your power and joyfulness and gladness of heart, gladness of, when it's talking about heart, it's talking about your mind, like thanking the Lord for what He done for us, how He killed the Egyptians, the whole army of the Egyptians for us, how He sustained us in the 40 years in the wilderness, how He laid low the other nations so we can have the promised land that he promised to our forefathers, because you did all of that in spitefulness and not giving thanks and abundance for all the things he done for us? Keep reading.
Cut on con. Wherefore shalt thou serve thine enemies?
Now who?
Thine enemies.
These people are your friends.
Thine enemies.
The Lord said that because you did all of this, you're going to serve your enemies. Not your friends, not people that care about you, not the people that's supposed to protect and serve, not the people that care about your whereabouts, upbringing of your children and your well-being. You're going to serve your enemies. Keep reading.
Cut on con. Which the Lord thy God shall send against thee.
The Lord sent these people against you. Nobody else. Since you want to be like them and do the things they do and live in wickedness, since you want to be the gangsters, the number one drug dealers, pimps, prostitutes, the Lord said you're going to serve your enemies that he will send against thee. Go ahead.
Cut on con. In hunger
In
and
hunger
in thirst.
and in thirst. Go ahead.
And in nakedness and in want of all things.
Your whole life, that's the necessities that you need. You gonna serve your enemies to get these things. You won't be able to just go out and get it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, how about you, Sharper? What's up, Trooper, y'all? You gonna serve your enemies for these things. For the food that you eat, they putting all these GMOs and stuff. They killing you with the food. The water that they give you is not pure. Is not good drinking water. Got you drinking Pepsi and Coke and all the other stuff. Not saying there ain't nothing wrong with having them every now and then, but the way we consume them and all the things that they got in them, they messing up our bodies. You know what I'm saying? The clothes that you wear, you can't go out and you got to go to their stores to buy anything. You know what I mean? And all things, you got to pay your light bill to these folks, water bill, gas bill, rent. You got to pay all this to your enemies, not your friends, not somebody that looking after your well-being. All these things that we need to survive in this kingdom, we gotta pay our enemies for these. Yeah, they got mom and pop stores and little places in the neighborhood that, you know, black-owned businesses, but who they gotta pay they stuff to. It all circle around back to you serving your enemies. Even people that own their land, they gotta pay taxes on their land. Who they pay taxes to? Our enemies, so-called oppressors. They want cattle or livestock. Where they gotta go? 9 times out of 10, they gotta go to an oppressor. Keep reading.
Con out on con. And it shall and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
He will put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he had destroyed you. They got that image in Google. If you Google a yoke of iron, you can see that. And not only was it a physical yoke of iron, but he still got that yoke on our neck. Because our people are still enslaved in their mind. They think they're free, but we're not. We're still in captivity. This ain't our land. This ain't our country. I don't care how much our people go in and enroll in them enroll in that army or the navy or the coast guard or anything, the police force. Talking about you want to serve your country. They show you every day, every time that they unalive one of your brothers and one of your sisters, they show y'all every day, every time, this is none of your country. Hey, Shalom, your car. They show you every time. Yeah, how was Shamaya thought about Shemi Abashai? They show y'all. Every time you see another brother that's unalive on the news, that's another slap in the face to the people that went and died in those armies fighting their wars, fighting and killing other people that's oppressed. No matter how much you try to prove your loyalty to them, they have no loyalty to you. Their job is to keep you down by any means necessary. Hey, shalom, sis. Princess Debarwa. You know what I'm saying? That's what their job is. And they do their job well. Can't you see? Can't you see that they do their job well?
Right.
Just now, just a couple years back, they started prosecuting police for unaliving blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. Only because they was killing people in plain sight. An alarming rate. Now that you got social media, you can see it. Now they got to wear them dash cams. You know what I'm saying? Thank the Most High for that technology, because a lot of these you would never even know. And it ain't like they doing it to everybody. It ain't like that they unaliving, like white people and Indians and Chinese, you know what I'm saying? Africans, they unaliving Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Niggas, spits, wetbacks, savages. Can't you see that shit? I mean, Salaki, can't you see that? The scriptures say oppression make a wise man mad. So you should see this stuff and just wonder, like, you should just think about that and just wonder, like, damn, don't nobody ever just sit and wonder why they doing that? Like, why is always our people? They killed that woman in her house. She's not the first one to being killed in their own home. She didn't have nothing. That's somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, somebody's mom, cousin, niece. He's such a racist devil that he didn't even want his partner to perform any kind of medical attention. And then, I don't know if y'all seen when the other officers got there and they standing outside and they asked, like, everything all right? He's like, yeah, effing bitch is crazy. No remorse. When clearly she was afraid when he pulled out his weapon, she bowed down with her hands up, afraid. And I stopped and asked myself, like, damn, what was that sister thinking in that moment? Like, what went through her mind at that particular moment when she's showing her that she's in fear of her life and she's afraid and she's no threat? What was she thinking? That's crazy. That's crazy. Read verse 49.
Cut on Khan. Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar.
A nation. It's a nation of people that the Lord is going to bring. It's a nation of people that unalive blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's not one person, two person. It's a nation of people. This nation of people, this is what they do. Kiri,
Cut on Khan. From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
that's America's national bird. The Lord is showing you the identity of your enemies that He said in verse 48. Even though they tried to hide themselves, He's showing you them. He's showing you who they are, because He knew that you were going to need to know this. Ain't this they bird, the eagle?
Right.
Ain't this the nation of America? Esau? Uh-huh. Keep reading.
Cut on Khan. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
We didn't understand them folks. We spoke Hebrew. They spoke English or Spanish or French. Let me show you this. I'm gonna go to Genesis 25 and 25, where it says
Two nations.
right.
Cut on Khan. This is the book of Genesis.
Verse 23.
23.
Come.
Cut on Khan. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations
To who?
are two nations
Mm-hmm.
are in thy womb,
Uh-huh.
and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
The Lord told Rebekah, Isaac's wife, that she was having twins. But as we know, most of twins are the same. You know what I'm saying? Either it's two girls, a boy and a girl. They the same. But the Lord said there are two different nations in your womb. Two different type of people you're going to bear. You know what I'm saying? And this is the same nation that the Lord is talking about in Deuteronomy. And it says, keep reading.
Cut on Khan. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
That's talking about us. We're stronger, faster than everything. Hey, Sharon, Officer number 1, y'all. We better than them at everything we do. And they can't stand it. You know what I'm saying? They hate us for that. Not only that, but many other things. Keep reading.
Cut on Khan. And the elder shall serve the younger.
That's how it was supposed to be. Esau came out first. Then Jacob. The elder's supposed to be serving the younger. That was promised to us. But in Deuteronomy 48, the Lord says, thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall bring against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he should put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, swift as an eagle flies, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. That's that same nation that was in the same womb. That's the nation of Esau. We didn't dwell with Esau. He had his own land. We had ours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep reading. Verse 50.
You want me to go back to the verse
Yeah, go
50?
back to Deuteronomy 28 and 50. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that precept out real quick because I'm letting the folks know that this nation been around. Yeah, that's Jacob's brother, but they two different people. Two different nations. So yeah, if you could, Baba Kashar.
Verse 50. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. That police officer had fierce countenance against that sister. All of them do. Every time they encounter one of us, or we encounter one of them, it's like it makes them mad that we're alive and we're around. That we're still surviving after all the wickedness they done to us. We're still around. We're still surviving it, you know what I'm saying, in this struggle. After all they still doing to us and done to us. 400 years of oppression. We still here by the grace of the Most High.
Right.
Keep reading.
We shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young.
Them devils don't give a damn about your granddaddy. And they don't give a damn about your baby boy or girl. Hey, the sister, you can't say, may Sonya Maxey rise again. Damn right.
Damn
May
right,
that sister rise again. And I hope it's in the kingdom. They don't give a damn about the old or the young, man. They don't give a damn about nobody. Like that's at least sometimes, you know, you will see somebody be like, man, nah, that's an old person, man. Just let them be. Or nah, that's a baby. They don't give a damn. They shoot babies in the head and old people. They done unalive little kids in parks.
It's a lot here.
Go ahead.
Don't forget about that gator bait, the other one.
How could I ever? And that's a heavy point that you brought up too. How can you ever forget about gator bait? For those of you in Tampa, learn y'all history. Because they used to use our ancestors, our folks, they used to use their children to trap gators, toddlers and infants and babies. They would put them in gator traps. And when the gator would come and try to eat the baby, then they would step in and trap the gator. Sometimes the babies got ate, a lot of the time. The harsh things that they did to us is unbearable, and you can barely even think of any evil thing that they can fathom to do to us. They've done it 10 times. I still want to make like these people are not a threat to us, of our well-being, children. If they could, they would wipe us off the. And the Lord, He keeping His promise. Because if they could, they would totally make us extinct. All right, that's it on that one. Let me get Psalms 55 and 21.
Don't come.
And you know the thing is, what's so like what's crazy about the whole thing? You don't see black officers nowhere near their residence. You don't see black officers patrolling white neighborhoods.
Con.
You don't see black officers pulling white kids over or white oppressors over and shooting them or going in their home, making house calls and unaliving them in their home. You don't see that. Or why do we see oppressors in our neighborhood? Why do they gotta police our ghettos, our neighborhoods where they pushed us to? Why do they gotta come over there and feel like they gotta protect and serve us over there? Why they can't in their neighborhood and protect their way of life? They don't understand how we live. They don't understand what we go through. There's no connection. You would think the chief of police would understand that by now. You know why they have them over there? So they can keep you rest, keep y'all under heel, beat y'all up and beat y'all back every now and then and let y'all know that they still around and they still hate you. You're still their enemy. If you got that, warrior, go ahead and read.
Sluggish, so if I
Go
could.
ahead.
Well, I just want to know, when the preachers and the Christians saw this video and they heard that sister say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and got shot. She got unalived and she got shot in the face. What are they saying about it?
I haven't heard no preacher say anything about it. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know which one. And that's the terrible thing about Christianity. It don't prepare you for nothing.
Gone.
Christianity don't show you how to live and move about. This woman said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and that got her killed. You said, Salaki?
Khan. And in the same time, I just saw a video where the pastor he was boasting about how the black church sisters raised over I think it was like over $1 million, 1.1 million for Kamala Harris's campaign.
They raising money for heathens, people that are not their people, but they ain't raising nothing for this sister Sonya Massey. You don't see no protesting. I've been seeing, you know what I've been seeing on social media? I've been seeing officers denounce this officer. I've been seeing white officers get on there and speak about it. I've been seeing oppressors get on there and speak about how they this and that, this ain't that, and this and that. Like they standing against it, but they all of the same continent. Just like you got a judge that say she'll kill somebody if they came on their land. Who you thought she talking about? Say she'll shoot one of them. Stand with the police. Trump said that he want to give them immunity.
Right.
Don't think he talking about all police officers. He want to give them immunity so they can kill you without having to go to jail. Without worrying about being prosecuted or losing a job. They can just kill you with ease, the free for all. That's what he want. Don't think that he forgot about that slogan, "Make America Great Again." Only time that they felt like America was great is when we were in slavery.
Right.
Where they had total rule over us. Better wake up and open your eyes, man. This shit is real out here. And if you don't get in this school and learn how to protect yourself and your family and your brothers and sisters, you're gonna be lost out here with no protection. So if you got that scripture, start me at verse 20.
Khan, this is book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 20. He hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him.
Read that again, slow it down for him, Officer Yeshai. You got to slow this thing down for him, brother.
Khan.
You got to make sure they feel every word that comes out, because this is talking about what happened to Max. This book was written over 2,000, 3,000 years ago. And it's still relevant today. It's not relevant for everybody. It's only relevant for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans because it was written for them, by them. So read that again.
Khan. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
He has drawn his gun on a woman that has no weapon. He wanted to use the pot of water that's boiling on the stove as a reason for him to draw his gun. Read that again from the top.
Khan. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
She didn't have no quarrel with him. She called them because she thought somebody was trying to break in her house. She opened the door. It's a video showing when he asked her, what took you so long? She said, I'm sorry, I was trying to find some clothes to put on. He already showed up there with an attitude. He had put forth his hands against such that be at peace with him. Keep reading.
Khan. He hath broken his covenant.
Yeah, his covenant, his oath that he made, that he swore to protect and serve, he broke that. They've been breaking it. He can no longer be looked at as somebody that's trustworthy. Because he told her what? I swear to God, I'll shoot you in the effing face.
Right.
He put forth his hands as somebody that was at peace with him. Somebody that was looking for protection. He broke that oath that he swore to protect and serve. He broke it. He did the opposite. Verse 21.
Khan, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
When he showed up there, he was all concerned. Hey, are you okay? Are you all right? Are you okay mentally? Go back and look at the video, y'all. It's on the internet. He acting like he concerned about this woman's well-being. But all along, go ahead.
Khan. But war was in his heart.
But what?
But war was in his heart.
But peace.
But war was in his heart.
But concern.
But war was in his heart.
Love.
But war was in his heart.
War was in his heart when he showed up at that lady door. War was in his heart when Sonia Massey opened that door for them. He already had it in his mind what was going on. Even though he act like he was concerned, but what?
But war was in his heart.
War was in his heart. He was there on a mission. Don't think he wasn't. He was there mid. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
Keep reading.
His words were smooth, softer than oil.
His words were softer than oil. Are you okay? Are you okay mentally? You took your meds? Is there anybody else in the house? All right, now we're about to leave. What happened to him leaving when he seen that there was no threat? What happened? He see that pot of water. That was his cue to do what? Keep reading.
Khan. Salakia. Yet were they drawn swords.
Yet they was drawn swords. Yet he acting like he was concerned, but he drew his sword. His sword is his pistol. He drew his sword on that lady for her going. He asked her to turn off the damn water. The water should have been no concern of him. He asked her to. And then when she went over there and cut off the water, what made her say, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus"? It's something that he said that made her say that. And when she said that, that triggered him. That triggered him. Hey, Shalom, Yabrashim Shabrakatah. What's up, Quan? Triple Quan? All right, he good. That triggered him. For him to say, "I'm going to shoot you in your fucking face." She didn't have no pot in his hand. You know the thing, you know how they know, you know how I know that their whole mission is to kill us, to unalive us? You want to know how I know that?
Oh, I don't know.
Because do they not have a taser gun?
Right.
Do they not have a nightstick and pepper spray?
Right.
How come every time they always pull their firearm instead of their taser? He could have tased her. And that woman would have still been here. Why do they always pull their firearm? They don't think a taser can do the job? If the taser can't do the job, why do they carry him? Why do they carry pepper spray? That pepper spray that they got will clear out a whole block.
Right.
Why do they carry these things if they can't use them? Why is their gun is the first thing they go for? I know in training, they're not taught to go for their guns first. I can almost guarantee you that. Shalom Chan, Shalom Triple Mashah. They're not trained to go for their guns. If the threat is minimum, you're supposed to tase a person. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I ain't no police. I never wanted to be a police. But I done had enough encounter with them to know that I don't think that's protocol. It's two of y'all, one of her. In her house. Y'all visible. Y'all could have did a sweep and make sure there wasn't nobody there. You went all in the kitchen. If that pot of water was such a threat to you, why didn't you turn it off? Why didn't you tell her, no, sit down, I got it. Turn the water off, pull the hot water down the sink, and leave the pot in there? Why didn't he do all of that? He didn't want to. He didn't want to do that. He put forth his hands against such that be at peace with him. Even though his words were smoother than butter, war was in his heart. That's why he did it. because he was already raging and he had war in his heart from the get-go. From the first morning, he was banging on the door and asked her what took her so long to come to the door. And the lady was like, damn, I'm trying to, sorry, I was putting on clothes. And she even apologized. They show forth their hands as someone that be at peace with them. Paraphrase. That's an enemy. That's what he seen. He didn't see no sister that was afraid and called because she wanted to make sure she was okay. He seen the enemy when he got there. No matter if she was a man or a woman, old or young, that fierce continence in their heart, in their mind, a nation of fierce continence, they can never get rid of that. That's their identity. They can never get rid of the hatred they got for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, no matter how much they try to cover it up. And now that they got Trump antagonizing them and ramping them back up, it can only get worse from here. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that's it on that one. Let me get Psalms 139. They can't hide from the Most High. They can try all they want to, but the Most High warned us about these folks. He warned us about making covenants with them and making treaties with them and trusting in them.
So like you said,
You know what I'm saying? Say again?
Like you said, what was it? Psalms
139
19
and 19.
Kind of my contract got it.
Go ahead, Truth.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 139 and verse 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men.
Ye bloody men. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O Lord, O God. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. That's what that officer is. A bloody man, and he wicked. And it says the Lord will slay the wicked. It ain't up to us to go get guns and try to fight against these oppressors. Because you want to know what their skill is? Unaliving people. They was blessed with the sword back in Genesis. How you gonna try to kill the best killer in the world? That's his job. That's what he loved. That's what he good at. Coming up with all these weapons and stuff like that. They came up with the atomic bomb. Could be nuclear bombs. In order to be able to kill a large amount of people in a small amount of time. All their life it's been about war. The Lord will slay the wicked. The Most High called them bloody men. Keep reading.
For they speak against thee wickedly.
They speak against the Most High and his chosen people wickedly. Call us niggas, spit, savages, Haitians, Jamaicans, Native Americans, Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? They say the Lord ain't with us. They painted our King Yahushua as a white man, a white homosexual at that, a murderer, an ancestor, wicked as hell. So I say, Salaki?
Gun on gun. And that thing they just did at the Olympics.
Speak on it.
So they like the Olympic Committee. They did like with the opening ceremony. They had like a I wouldn't say a rendition, but like something where it poses as the Last Supper. You know that famous picture of the Last Supper.
Oh, that's what everybody talking about. Where they had some like homosexuals as Christ in the Last Supper.
Con
That's what you're talking about,
con with their wickedness.
right? So Quan, start off from the top of verse 20.
Con, sir. Verse 20. For they speak against thee wickedly,
Uh-huh. That's what Officer Yeshaya is talking about. Keep reading.
and thine enemies take
Dying
thy
who?
name in vain. And thine enemies,
No, you got friends.
and thine enemies,
No, the people that's supposed to protect and serve.
and thine enemies
Uh-huh.
take thy name in vain.
They take thy name in vain. They take the children of Israel as a joke. And they take the name of the Most High, which is Yahweh. They take his name in vain. I mean, they count his name as having no power and emptiness. Just nothing. That's what vain means. Nothing. So they saying the Most High name don't hold no weight. They're not even afraid to speak wickedly of his name. They trying to be like the Most High. Trying to choose when somebody live or when somebody die. Trying to create life without the natural order of stuff, which is a man and a woman coming together and making babies. They're trying to do away with men, period. Because they're so wicked and evil, homosexuals in their heart. All these old ass oppressors be having homosexual tendencies, and that shit is just fucking disgusting. So, like, excuse my French, but they are disgusting ass people. I hate them.
Right.
I hate them. And I have a right to hate them. Because you want to know why? Read verse 21.
Do not, I hate them.
Do not I what?
Do not, I hate them.
No, do not I love them.
Do not, I hate them.
Uh-huh.
O Lord,
Uh-huh.
that hate thee,
That hate thee.
and am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee?
Right. I have a right to hate them because you want to know why? They hate my power. They hate my king. They hate my brothers and they hate my sister. If they hate the Lord's chosen people, they hate the Lord. King David said, don't I hate them? Oh Lord, that hate thee? And am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? That shit don't vex my soul when I seen Sonya Maxey get unalive? Keep reading.
I hate them with perfect hatred.
With a what?
I hate them with perfect hatred.
Yeah, you damn right I hate their ass. I hate them with a perfect hatred. The hatred that I got for them is perfect in the sight of the Most High.
Right.
It's only people that sympathize with their oppressors, the ones that say, oh, y'all shouldn't hate, y'all a hate group. Y'all a hate group. Y'all hate white people. Hell, don't they hate us? Do they not show us all the damn time that they hate us? They show your ass on national TV. When we make them oppressors get on their knees and kiss our boots, it ain't us doing it. It's the Most High. Because we read out the Bible what they gonna do. And they feel compelled by the words of the Most High to get on their damn knees and kiss the boots of the sons of the slave.
Right.
And guess who be coming up and scoffing against us? It be our own people to be telling them, nah, you don't have to get up. I mean, you don't have to get down there. Get up. Don't make them do that. Like we got a gun to their head and make them get on their knees and kiss our boot. Luckily, they only kissing it. The scripture said they're going to lick up the dust of our feet. I hate them with a perfect hatred. Yeah, damn right. Get on your knees and kiss that boot. That's the least you can do. I hate them with a perfect hatred because of the crimes that they commit. I don't hate them because they so-called white. I hate them for what they did to Sonya Massey. Keep reading.
I count them mine enemies.
No, I count them my friends.
I count them mine enemies.
No, I count them my loved ones.
I count them mine enemies.
I count them as my neighbors.
I count them my enemies.
I count them as my equals.
I count them my enemies.
I count them my enemies. Because that's who the hell they are. And you should too, if you knew what was good for you. If you knew better, you'll do better. That's what they say. I count them my enemies. They ain't my friend. Now, I ain't got to wear that shit on my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? I know how to deal with them. I know how to do what I need to do so that my family can survive this oppression. We ain't like that other group that took up arms and tried to go fight them and end up shooting each other in the buttocks. You ain't gonna win like that.
Right.
The Lord said, vengeance is mine. You can't beat them on their own playing field. And they can't box with our power. Their arms are too short. No matter how much they try, they can't. I count them my enemies. And I hate them that hate the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Let's end on that one. Let me get Lamentations 4:18. Because this shit here is just like this is when I read these scriptures and the Lord show you, like, you know, he's showing us how we ought to, you know what I'm saying, go about living in this wicked ass world, and how we ought to see the people that, you know, do all these wicked things to us. It's what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say refreshing, but it's like he put us up on game, man. It ain't like we don't have the tools that we need to survive. Commanding Junior Hunter is giving us a head start by showing us and breaking these scriptures down. And you only get that in the ISUPK. So I feel better knowing that, you know, I got a blueprint on how to go about my life. Because when I was in the world, I never knew none of this stuff. I just thought they hated, you know, they just hate black people. That's what an average person would think. But it's deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. The Christian church don't teach you nothing. They don't teach you. They want you to join hands with them. They want you to forgive them and brush their hair in court and give them hugs after they just killed your brother. I don't see how that brother did that. I couldn't have did it. I would have let the whole world know that I hate them. And I'll never forgive their ass. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody got Lamentations 4 and 18,
Come on, I got it.
go ahead.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 18.
Let's start at Salaki. Start at verse 17 for me, if you could.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Her eyes fell for vain help when she called them cops. Because you want to know why? When they showed up, she didn't want them. She wanted somebody else. And you got to think, like, why? She knew something. She must have had dealings with them people before, with that particular officer before. And it's going to come out. She had to. She didn't even want to hang up the phone. This is what's happening nowadays. When we call the authorities like they say we're supposed to do, we're the ones that end up being killed by the same people that were supposed to protect and serve. For us, our eyes as yet fell for our vain help. Keep reading.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
That same nation that's our enemies, we want them to save us. And they showing you all the time that they don't give a damn about you. The same ones you asking for help. They don't give a damn. There's certain cities in the United States and America where the police won't even go. You got to drive somebody to the hospital or take them yourself or go down to the police station yourself and make a complaint. A nation that could not save us. Keep reading.
They hunt our steps.
They what?
They hunt our steps.
When they patrol our neighborhoods, when they patrol in the ghettos, in the barrios, in the reservations, they do what?
They hunt our steps.
Uh-huh.
That we cannot go in our streets.
That we can't even go in our own damn streets. Without them stopping and frisking us. Or them drawing their guns out. Or them showing using brute force. It said we can't even, they hunt our steps. That we cannot even go in our street. We can't even live in the poor-ass ghettos and barrios and the reservations that they put us on peacefully. We don't need them in our damn neighborhoods. But they there all the time. They there more than us. We need men in the ISUPK to guard our neighborhoods. To protect the people, to protect the citizens.
Right.
That's us. Nobody else. Let them protect them Chinese and Asians and stinking Africans and Elam and all of them fake Jews. Let them protect all the other nations, but leave the blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And we'll do fine without them. We done it before, and they know it, and they're afraid of it. Because when they was going through the Great Depression, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and other cities were thriving when we separated against them, when we wasn't serving our enemies. Keep reading.
Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. For our end is come.
Right. We're down there at the end of our oppression. But the way they unaliving us, we think the scripture says shit, the end is near. The way they handling us, it's like we thought that was going to be the end of us. That our punishments have been fulfilled. Our curses. Keep reading.
Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven.
There you go. There go that identity. It gave two identities. The people that persecute us, and it is acknowledging, you know what I'm saying, their reputation, their representation, the eagle. Go ahead.
They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness.
Everywhere we go, they following us. They pursuing us. They right there. They used to run people off their land and steal their land with no deed. Land that the slaves purchased, land that the Native Americans had, land that Hispanics had. They would run you out of town to steal your land. They'll make you leave town when they allowed us to have bank accounts. They'll make you leave town and keep your money or kill you. If you didn't want to leave or you put up some kind of fight, that's what they would do. Is there any more on that? Give me Lamentations 5 and 5.
Kind of what I'm kind of saying.
It should be right there. Lamentations 5 and 5.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse 5. Our necks are under persecution.
Necks are under persecution. Meaning that we're under persecution all the damn time. Here in America, it's up to our neck. That's how thick this shit is. Salakia. We in it deep. All the way up to your neck. When they say, man, I was up to my neck in something. That means like they was in it deep. Keep reading.
We labor and have no rest. We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread.
We labor and have no rest. There's some people work 3 jobs. I don't know how somebody can work 3 jobs in a 24-hour day period. Just to try to keep up with the bill. Just to put food on the table. We work for the Egyptians, the Assyrians. You know what I'm saying? We work for all these other nations and we still don't have nothing while they enjoy the fruits of our labor. These your enemies that do this to you. Not your friends, not your comrade, not your loved ones, not your equal. Your enemy. And they show you all the time that you will never be one of them. Why would you want to be that? Why would you want to be an enemy of the Most High? Sonya Macy, if she knew and understood that she had enemies, she probably would have went about that a whole different way. But her eyes are one of a people that could not save her. Could not save her. That won't save her. Because war was in their heart. They was there on a mission. Drop that. Let me get let me see. Let me get Zechariah 11:5. She can start at 4.
And 4. Khan. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 4. Thus saith the Lord, Slakia, thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock to the slaughter.
Say what again?
Feed the flock to the slaughter.
The Lord thy God said, feed the flock of the slaughter. You know why he's saying that? Because we just ain't start being unalive by our oppressors and other nations. This has been going on. But the Lord raised up prophets and priests. And he told them to feed them with the good word. Feed them with the knowledge of who I am and who they are and what they need to be doing. Because they're being slaughtered like lambs, like sheep, like lost sheep. That's why we're called the lost sheep of the house of Israel, because we're being slaughtered like sheep. We're being led away like sheep. We're being you know, just being carried away. Like we follow anything. One sheep go this way, all the sheep going that way. The lambs to the slaughter. Kiri.
Khan, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them.
Who's who?
Whose possessors slay them.
No, they friends.
Whose possessors slay them.
They're equals.
Whose possessors slay them.
That's how you know you ain't free. The Lord said, your possessors slay you. Aren't we still here in America? Can you not go nowhere without a passport? Can you not travel nowhere outside America without a passport? That's just like those little cars that the slaves had to go from plantation to plantation. They had to have a written note. Same thing a passport is. Your possessors slay you. What happened to Sonya Macy?
Whose
Her
possessors
possessors slayed them. Keep reading.
and hold themselves not guilty.
When he got outside amongst his other comrades and shit, he said, "Fucking bitch is crazy." So, like, excuse my French. He held himself not guilty because he
Salag.
said she was crazy. Like that makes it okay. You know how many crazy oppressors that do stuff, that draw knives and all this other stuff, and they don't get unalive? So I say, Salaki.
Khan, and I just wanted to say what the whose possessors hold themselves not guilty is like, well, now with Trump wanting to give these cops federal immunity for whenever things like these occur.
Right. You damn right, Yeshai. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it to where they're not humiliated by the press about us when we crying out for justice. He want to make it to where they could just do what they do and not be held guilty. Ain't that wicked? Because look, what other reason does he have to give them immunity?
Right.
What other reason is there for that? If they're just there to protect and serve and to do their job, what other reason is there for immunity? Better wake up. Keep reading.
Khan. And they that sell them,
They that do what?
and they that sell them.
Who sold blacks and Spanish and Native Americans on the auction blocks?
Salag, yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Our enemies.
Our enemies and who else? What's another word for them?
The oppressor.
Our oppressors. The Lord said they both of them to us. They're your persecutors, they're your enemies, and they oppress you. The same people that sold our ancestors say what?
Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
They said, "Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich." They giving thanks to the Lord for them selling us on auction blocks. Like the Lord can hear them. Like the Lord is proud of that. All they wanted to be was rich. That's all they care about is the money. You know what I'm saying? That's all they care about. As long as they can make money off blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, that's all they care about. Being above us, being rich. Keep reading.
Khan. And their own shepherds pity them not.
Their own who?
Their own shepherds pity them not.
Your pastors, your so-called political leaders, your so-called famous entertainers, they don't give a damn either. Because they eating off the crumbs from the oppressor's table. They pity you not. Your Al Sharptons, your Jesse Jacksons. You know what I mean? Your Creflo Dollars. Your Titty Snakes. He ain't been in the news in a while. I ain't wonder what's up with him. Where they at? Where Black Lives Matter at? Where the hell is that movement at? Where the people that's screaming no justice, no peace? Where everybody at? They said, look, They own people don't even give a damn about them. Why should I? That's what they saying.
Right.
So that's what's being shown. Nobody there to comfort their family. Where they at? Shit's crazy. Wait, Zachariah, drop that. Let me get Obadiah 1 and 10.
Con. Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you. This is not. This is not. You know what we do in the UPK. But I just wanted to. It was an incident of a brother that had a son. Right. I think maybe the son was 16 or 17 or something like that. But it was a young kid. And this policeman, unalive the 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 the, the brother's son, and the what the brother did was he went on like when the policeman got found out guilty. I don't even think they had charges on him. But what that brother did was at the end of the thing was like he went and he kind of went on the policeman's daughter's Facebook, and he kind of Facebook stalker until he saw that where she is, or and the brother went up onto to the policeman's daughter, and he just unalived her there with the gun, and he stood there and waited for the police. And by the whole time, that thing vexed him so much that he stood there and waited for the police and said, "An eye for an eye." That's all he said the whole time. An eye for an eye, an eye for an eye, an eye for an eye. And so much in so, if we come back to the Most High, the same thing will be said about this oppressor when he gets laid to waste. An eye for an eye, an eye for an eye. Salakia Sa'il.
Nah, that's heavy. I did see something about that. I did see that. I seen that before when yeah. And and you know what? That's when oppression makes the wise man mad. And you're right, we don't do that. But you could just imagine the pain of that brother of not getting justice. He took it into his own hands to do that.
Right.
To cause that family the same pain that he felt. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
Hey, I understand. I understand. You got that Obadiah 1 and 10?
Come. So like you said, I didn't even see the brothers left. Give me 1 second. Let me get it quickly.
Oh, that's not sweat.
Come.
Brother, that brother on the line wanted to show them, and guess what's gonna happen to him? He's gonna get 100 years.
Right.
And he felt like it was worth it.
Come.
I understand. They count themselves not guilty.
Right.
Those that slay you count themselves not guilty. Go ahead whenever you got it, boy.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For thy what?
For thy violence against
thy
thy
love.
brother. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
Uh-huh.
Shame shall cover thee.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, for all the unaliving and the wickedness that they have did to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. For thy violence, you oppressors, you devils, for thy violence. Not because you white or so-called white, not because anything else. It's because of the violence that you have done against the children of Israel. Go ahead.
Come. And thou shalt be cut off forever.
They're going to be cut off forever. The Lord said this, not us. That's the patience and the faith of the saints. That's what we waiting on for our turn to reward them double for what they have done to us. The Christian church teach you that everybody going to heaven. So you mean the same people that unalive Sonya Maxey is going to be in heaven with her? And y'all way of thinking? Come on. How is that justice? The Bible said the Lord is a just God. Christianity teach you don't get justice. You get the same kumbaya with the same person. How the hell that look like if I'm in the so-called heaven that they teach and the same person that killed me up there with me? I'd be like, what the hell happened? Like, damn, he don't get in no kind of trouble for what he did. But the Lord said, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord says is going to happen. Let me see. What is this? Let me get hold on 1 second. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10.
Ecclesiastes or Ecclesiasticus?
Ecclesiasticus. So like it.
Come on. 12 and
12 and 10.
come. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemies.
Never do what?
Never trust thine enemy.
Never do what?
Never trust thine enemy.
The Lord said, never trust your oppressor, because that's your enemies. All the nations that oppress you are your enemies. The Lord said, never trust them. That's why I said, I know how to deal with them. I got to deal with them. I'm living in their kingdom, so I got to deal with them. But do I trust them? No. Not one lick. I never trust them because they done shown too many times that they can't be trusted. And plus, my power, my God, my living God told me never to trust them, no matter what they say, because their words are smoother than butter. But war is always in their heart because they see me as an enemy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I see them as the same way. You don't trust your enemies. You think the Nazis, so-called fake Jews, trust the Nazis? You think Putin trusts America? they sworn enemies. They don't trust them. You think South Vietnam trusts North Vietnam? I mean, North Korea trusts South Korea? So why should I trust them? No matter how much they smile in your face and all that other shit. So like, I'll never trust them because they show me all the time they can't be trusted. Sonya Macy knew they couldn't be trusted. That's why she didn't want to get off the phone. That's why she was like, send somebody else. Because she didn't trust them. Keep reading.
Khan. For like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
As iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Yeah, it look all shiny now. But let some water get to it. Or let anything or let time just go about. You're going to start seeing the rust on that shiny stuff. That's their countenance and their spirit. Yeah, hey, man, hey, how you doing? All this and that. But as time goes by, they going to show you how wicked they are. They've been showing us for 400 years. Someone say Salaki?
La, sir.
Oh. Drop me down to verse 16.
Khan. Verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
Yeah, he might say, yeah, we're equal and everybody's all the same and we're all the same people, we're all the same kind of people. And they always like to say, yeah, they love black people. Yeah, they love Hispanics and Native Americans. Yeah, they talk that sweet stuff. Keep reading.
Khan. But in his heart,
In his mind.
and but in his heart, he imagineth how to throw you, how to throw thee into a pit.
He imagined how to unalive you. How to put you in a position to where you can't make it out of. He always thinking that. That's what he was thinking. That's what the officer was thinking when he went to Sonya Macy's house. That's why he used that pot of water for his advantage. Because he was thinking, how can I get her to do what I need her to do so I can be able to unalive, so I can be able to shoot her. That pot of water wasn't bothering. She went and he told her to turn it off. She went to turn it off herself, but he iterated and made her turn the pot of water off. He created that so he can have a way to throw her in the pit. Keep reading.
Come on, Khan. He will sweep with his eyes. But if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Damn. Come on, man. Tell me this ain't talking about them people. They ain't even satisfied with blood. After they commit all these heinous crimes against us, that's still not satisfying to them. They always want more because they can't help it. They are a savage beast.
Right.
They always want more. They always trying to find another way to do more to you. They ain't just satisfied with oppressing you. They want to kill you. And then when they do that, they still ain't satisfied with that. Still ain't satisfied with that. They our enemies, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans know that your oppressor is your enemy. Let me, this is what I want to do. I'm going to read off a couple names of people that didn't know that their oppressor was their enemy. Some of them may
Come,
have, some of them didn't.
come.
Luther Jackson, 1959. These are all people that were killed by police officers.
Right.
Luther Jackson, 1959. Roman Ducksworth, 1962. Johnny Robinson, 1963. Michael Brown, 2014. Eric Gardner, 2014. Tamir Rice, 2014. Walter Scott, 2015. Alton Sterling, 2016. Philando Castile, 2016. Breonna Taylor, 2020. George Floyd, 2020. Dante Wright, 2021. And that's just a list of names that is far more. They've been unaliving us officers, been unaliving blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans way before 1959. But that was just where it started at. If these people had known that they could never trust their enemies, that their oppressors are their enemies, maybe they would have had a different outcome. But it's 2024. You know now that your oppressors are your enemies. They're not your friends. They're not your loved ones. They're not none of that. Treat them as the enemy, but you don't have to be like aggressive towards them. Just don't trust them. You ain't got to show anger or hatred or none of that. Just learn how to move about. Learn how to watch your back and watch your brother back. Stop treating your people like your enemy. Stop treating the people that's oppressed just like you like an enemy, but treating your enemy like a loved one.
Right.
Because that ain't how it goes. The Lord told us to love one another because we need that. Don't nobody else love us. Zephaniah told us to gather ourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. You are not desired in this land called America or anywhere else on this earth until Yahweh shall come and we ruling. You are not desired. You're not the one that they think about. Because like the scripture said, they speak sweetly with their lips, but in their mind, they're trying to find a way to throw you in the pit. Wake up, Israel. Wake up, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Get in class. Learn the truth. And it'll set you free. It'll protect you. Get into school. Pick up what Commanding Junior Hunter is putting down, man. Because there's going to come a time where y'all wish y'all seen them niggas that dress like Power Rangers on them corners. There's going to be a time where y'all going to be looking for us. So y'all better take heed now and get close now, or you're going to be out there without no protection. So with that, man, I'm going to end the class, man. I want to say a big water to Officer Yeshaya, to Officer One Yala, to Trooper Quan, the water for, you know what I'm saying, reading for a brother, tuning in, the water to everybody that's on the net, in class, like, share, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, each one teach one, or you know what I'm saying, just man, show love to one another, man, like Christ told us to, and prepare yourselves, man. Stop hating each other and show compassion and love towards each other, because we're going to need it. We need to gather ourselves together. So I'm going to say the water to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah, Barakatham to the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shamar Thah by Shem Yahweh to the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Shalom. Shalom, Israel, man. Kwam Yashala.
Kom Yashala.
The water, y'all.